If we were in normal times, I would be listing my vegetables for the display at Chelsea this week, but we're far from in normal times, aren't we? So I'm going to do a sort of a virtual display of how I harvest my vegetables and how I've grown them. And you don't need to have a garden to grow some good vegetables. As you can see around me here, I've got a lot of vegetables growing in 30-litre pots, particularly carrots and beetroot. And these have been grown, to get them so early as this, in the middle of May, they were grown in the bud box behind me, which is a plastic sort of a tent, and it's got artificial lights inside it, and that's how I managed to get them this early. They're grown in 30-litre pots with enough room for about 12 carrots in each pot, and about the same of the beetroot. And the carrots were actually sown early in January, and the beetroot followed in February. Now this is your regular globe Pablo beetroot. This is the one that everybody is familiar with. Just sow 2 or 3 seeds in a station on top of the pot. Lovely crimson colour, nice and sweet, and one of my favourites to put in between a sandwich. They are delicious. This is chokia. I tried to cut this earlier, but there we are. That's an unusual, an old variety, an old heritage variety of beetroot. It's called chokia, but some people call it candy, but I prefer to call it the dartboard beetroot. And when you boil it, all the white bits disappear and you get the pink, and it doesn't stain the tablecloth as bad as the red beetroot does either. And finally we have this gorgeous yellow beetroot. Now there's a new variety on the market now called Golden Eye, which is very nice. And the colour, the yellow colour, is absolutely stunning in my opinion. It's so bright, no core on it, no rings, and that as well cooks beautifully. Now then, to go on to the carrots. We have here 4 varieties of carrots. Well, in fact, we got 5 with the little one over there. So we'll start with this variety here, which is a purple one. And this gets the kids' attention. If you want them to eat vegetables, put a bit of colour on the plate. You can get yellow carrots, purple carrots, and this is a purple one. It's a variety called Purple Haze. It's a bit bendy, but if you were growing at home, what I've done in these pots is put some compost in, put my finger as an indentation about 15 times around the pot, and sow the seed and thin them down to 1. But if you were growing just for eating, you wouldn't have to thin them, and you could probably sow them at a closer staging. Now this is just some dirty water to get the muck off, and the clean water there. So that's one variety. This one is another one, which is called Octavio, and this is usually a good exhibition variety. And there we are, that's a lovely shaped carrot. And the beauty of these newer hybrid carrots is that you actually don't have a core in them, and the actual colour runs right through into the root as well. Now when I stage them, I will be topping off this top here. There's me trusted Leatherman. I'll be cutting them off like that. They'll be stuck with cocktail sticks onto a basket that's filled with dry oasis and covered with moss. And even though I say it myself, they do look stunning. Into the clean water. Now the variety again, what have we got here? This is one of my favourites actually. It's called Short and Sweet. And it is short and sweet. Get all this muck off. And it's actually coreless. Now then, I use this sponge, which is green, rough on one side, yellow on the other, just to get a bit of the rough stuff off. And I finish off with the yellow, just to polish it, clean it up a bit. This is quite rough actually. The mixture must have been a bit too strong for this one, but it's a different variety. Now where are we? We got another one here, probably one of my favourites, this one. And if you want an early carrot, this is the one I would recommend for you to grow, and it's called Speedo. That's the name implies. Quick and lovely colour and lovely skin finish as well on it. Very quickly with the green, without scratching the skin, and then finish with the yellow. Get my hands clean. Take off the side roots, trim the tops, and there we are. They'll be sticking on a cocktail sticks, and these will now go into a box lined with moist paper, and then they're laid out in layers and another moist paper on top of them. We've actually grown about 35 pots of different carrots, 5 different varieties, so I get usually about 300 carrots. They've all got to be washed, all got to be boxed, and all got to be carried to the show and staged in this manner. And finally, on the carrots, we have one of my favourites, and the one I like to do a display with, because it's so easy for you to grow this. You don't even have to have a pot. Most of us have got window boxes. This is a variety called Atlas, and as you can see, it's beautiful. I like to call it my golf ball. And you know what? It tastes beautiful as well. And all these need is put in a bit of the cold water, the dirty water to start with, and then give them a quick rinse again in here. And if they need to, we can sponge